and what the fishing industry is like for us. And then we'll go to the factory and we'll walk through the grading area, and we'll also be able to get a hold of the lobsters and have photographs if you want. You can take photos, just make sure you don't drop the cameras or anything in the water because you are above it all the times. So the Thompson family, David Thompson, opened up a little shack here, and he had one boat going out and he was just selling all of his crays from the shack. Today he has 14 boats that go out every year. The quota is 6.7 million kilograms that they catch. So it's just the start of the financial year, so they've got all their targets again. So the smallest boat can hold 50 crates, the largest boat holds 200 crates, and each crate is about 30 kilograms. So when we go in, we don't actually have any coming in today because of the weather, but yesterday we've got some of our crays in the purging lanes where they get rid of all their waste, and you'll be able to see it. It doesn't look like many, but if you think about what the kilograms in there, it's actually quite a lot. So yeah, so just before COVID, we were selling to China, and in China, they will actually buy one cray for $500, just one for $500. In Sydney, they will buy a crayfish for $200, or you can go to the restaurant and it's a lot cheaper. So that's what you guys will be doing today as well. The restaurant holds about 750 people, so in the summer months it can get really, really chock-a-block in there. So, but yeah, I'll pop the video on and then we'll have a little tour around the factory, okay? Distinguish between the different sizes, but you'll be able to get it on camera better in there, okay? This lady here, she's got a bag there and she's going into that back area to get a live lobster. So someone in the restaurant would have ordered a live lobster to take away with them, and they're put in a bag and an elastic band on the top and they go. Wow. Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy. How long can you stay alive?
About 30 hours.
30 hours?
Yeah, but when we pack them live, because 80% of our lobsters are exported live, they're packed live, and they can only last 24 hours in the box, but I'll show you the box when we're down there, yeah.
My things are falling down.
So it's quite a large route, so if you want to go down to here, and then I'll go down there, I'll explain everything, and then you can all come down, okay? If you want to just stand there and face that way, that's it. I'll just wait for everyone to get in before I start talking. I'll find my size glove, there we go. Is that everyone? there's still one more. We're a straggler. We'll just wait for her. Okay, so what we have here is the different coloured crates. So from the machine over there, we had the red with the double A and then the yellow with the G. Same thing here, the red down there is the smallest crate that we have. The C, so the third one along, what colour is that? Oh, these are mixed up, they should be the other way around. So the orange one is if you were going to have the small whole lobster in the restaurant, and he's going to be that size, or she. And this is the largest one we have up here, he's about 2 kilograms. So I'll just give you a little demonstration on how we handle them. First thing we have to do is take the crate out of the water. We don't want to be putting our hands in the water, we need to take the crate out. And then we're going to have a nice firm grip on the back of the lobster. And they have 2 sets of teeth. So you don't want to be touching the underside if he's trying to swim away. Or she's a she actually. She's got 2 sets of teeth here, so don't touch anywhere there. She's got quite a nasty bite here. And the way we know that she's a female is underneath these flaps here, she's got spikes, whereas on the male they don't have them underneath the flaps. I'll show you guys. Okay. And on the males, they've also got 2 penises, so I'll show you that as well. Perfect. We do have one that's escaped. And I was trying to get her earlier, but I'll get one of the boys to get her. They're better than me. So this is our largest one. So when you come into the restaurant, have you seen the lobsters in the tank? So they're the blue crate size. So that's like the biggest that we actually really sell. But we do have the G's, but we don't really sell them in the restaurant. We're going to have a nice hold on the back. There we go. Okay, so he doesn't have the spikes under here, and he's got 2 penises there. So he doesn't have the spikes under there, he's got 2 penises there. I'll show you guys. So he hasn't got the spikes, and he's got 2 penises there. And he's got 2 nice sets of teeth there, so don't touch that, okay?
You only use one at a time, though, can't you?
Yeah, but they've got a very nasty bite.
No, 2 penises.
Pardon?
2 penises.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know, I need to Google it because people ask me questions about why they've got 2 penises, and I'm like, I'm going to find out. Okay. We do have to make sure we've got our gloves on when we're touching their shell, because if they've got so much bacteria on them that if they cut you, you can get blood poisoning. We've actually got 3 boys from the factory at the moment in hospital, so you need to be really careful, okay? Just from cutting themselves, they just have to go to hospital with precautions. So yeah, if you want to put your gloves on, just before you come out, this is the box that we pack them in. So as you walk past this window here, that's where we hold all of the lobsters. So they won't be in there for any longer than a week, but they're just there until their orders come through from overseas or within Australia. Lobsters. So they have a sprinkle of sawdust pointed forward and then they don't move. They put me in there my first day, and I was in there for 5 minutes, and I said, I can't do it. Can I do tours instead? So here I am.
What's their food source?
So they eat everything, so they'll eat any of the fish, any seagrass, and they even eat each other as well. Yeah. So they shed their shells, so in this far tank here, you can all come down if you want. So we've actually got 2 that have shed their shells, so they're off limits, we can't touch them because they're so soft. So they shed their shells once a year, and they've got a bit of colour to them now, but a week ago they were very pale, very white looking, but their shells hardening. So in about a week's time they'll be able to be handled, yeah. But they're likely to just be put back in the ocean. So all the ones in here we don't sell on, so we rotate them, so we'll put them back in the ocean and then we'll bring more in. And we feed the ones in here as well, so sometimes we'll bring them some mackerel or abalone and things like that. In the wild really. so under the rocks, under the coral, because they're quite vulnerable to predators. So you can see all the abalone shells in the bottom there that they've eaten. And this is exactly what we fish them in as well, these crates. So that's what the fishermen take them out in. Yeah. But you're welcome to pop the glove on and hold the crates. Have a photo if you want.
That's the crate.
Mindful that your dinner will be ready in about 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes max, okay? So do you know if that one's a male or female? I'll just open that door if anyone wants to go through to the gift shop. You can.
What was the
Hello? Oh, okay, so... Yeah, it was about a week ago and they were very pale in colour. But like to me, you can tell the difference in the rest of they've got really dark.
Okay, then let's put it down. Okay, the eyes.
Where do we stay? We're sitting at these two tables here and there.
The one behind too?
Yes.
Okay.